the capacity and capability to deliver.
Okay, administrative skills is the most important thing now, not your primary line of study or profession.
Then, but the bottom line is that we are lucky to have a good president who has been in the system for long. Because this is governance. We are talking about governance. We are no longer talking election or juggernaut in the person of Chief Adegoke Adelabu. So I think, and this is the first time the president has picked as a minister. He must not necessarily carry, it's not an ethnic enclave again. It's national.
It has become a cosmopolitical
Thank you very much. So then we are talking of my former, give him agriculture. I don't think there's anything bad. He has revolutionized agriculture in Jigawa for 8 years. So some of these things, I think President Bola Tinubu, God will guide him to give.
Yes, politicking is over. The ministerial nominee list is out. So amongst those available, looking at the list there of these persons, so what do you think one or two of the persons, or what portfolios do you think one or two of these persons would be able to comfort him?
To start with, firstly, in recent time, you know, the hue and cry about the need, notwithstanding, you would give it to the president for bringing in hands that have been tested in time past. Even though the delivery of public works, also strong around the area of finance and economy, there is still no clarity. However, if there is such so as to other areas, be it implementing, you also will agree with me that it is not always about just the quality of the people, it's also the quality of the vision and the political will that is in place to attain such results. We had a president once who had the energy to go into even late night meetings with ministers and individuals serving in the cabinet working to achieve results. I remember it was Charles Sulu who was putting up a rebuttal to comments that were made about him by a former serving minister in a book where he stated that there is no achievement he made or he may have achieved as governor of the central bank that were not different from the goals that were set for him by the president, and as such, he does not take the precedent that he was just there to translate to actions. So as much as possible, with these very more germane issues, the political will of the president, where the president is willing to push, you know, that trust, also ensure that there are working committees, interministerial or intersectoral synergies that are in place to deliver key results, which I'm sure are quite defined even from the manifesto, the inaugural speech of the president. Certainly some of these goals are quite defined. You can see even perhaps say in the cabinet list currently that there might be even people who have not been able to do quite enough in time past. But let us just look at it like in the case of football. What new measures is Tinubu also going to put around performance that in so many ways will determine how he's going to complete stay the affairs of this cabinet, whether or not there are going to be reshufflements in time to come. All of these things would actually be pointers and indicators to that.
All right, thank you so very much, Danjuma. And our former governor has requested that he be given, he's stepping aside to concentrate on his PhD, as we heard, and that there has been recommendations from him. Just yesterday, a group came out to also agitate for the inclusion of, and the group actually were pushing for the inclusion of the name of Dr. Abdul Malik Durunguwa, the former or pioneer Executive Secretary of State Emergency State as a possible replacement. That person clearly. So while we're still waiting to see if we can communicate with them, we'll see how it goes. But meanwhile, 09-4646-206 are the two numbers that you can reach us by, or you can go to our various social media handles. You can watch us live on YouTube and Facebook. We are streaming live.
Let me just take the last one about my former governor. He has said it to one of the radio stations that he doesn't need it long time ago, before his name was even forwarded to the president. It's for me, I can handle that position. And he says it clearly that why is it only him? He has served for 8 years, and he has served. They are just running within their self. I think somebody outside can take that position and do better than him. And finally, was it his name, the person that he recommended? The Southern Command even says it, that they should.
09-4646-206 and 009-799-1989. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Ground.
Calling from
Oh, Otumba, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I greet your subscriber, I think.
Yeah.
This is not new. Let's look at even the second report. What your man here has said. During that time, it has been existing. But to me, I think the legislators have to do what is there a way we can do away with this deputy and vice president? Because it's just as if we are duplicating issues. They don't have a stand, they don't have a faith. They cannot do anything unless they are being dedicated to their boss. So as long as we have so many governors that even we don't even hear about their deputy governor.
Yes.
But if your principal wants you to function, he will just be dedicating work to you. But if he wants you to be irrelevant, so I mean, it's just like that. I think we are just wasting very good. There are all sorts of things. But if you are not doing, then it doesn't have to be during Buhari and Subaja, when you put our constitution to match up, maybe you want to come up to be in his shoes, we have to be saying. That's just my take. And for the ministerial posts, I think there are some that are safe. Like the Minister for Justice, which Abdulatif Adeni got, I think, for me, that's where it should be. Then Professor Pate too, health.
Yeah.
Then I think if they want to see more of what is the former governor of Rivers State, the fact that he's not a betrayer, but maybe I think they should give him NDDC so that he should handle that place and let's see what he's going to do. And for federal capital, I am saying this architect Legiwa from Katsina State, President Secretary to the federal government, from Oyo State.
Okay,
Adelabu,
yes.
Maybe I'm saying maybe he might be the future.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. To Ground Zero.
Hello, there's someone from Kaduna.
All right, Comrade Gabriel.
In fact, I have to thank you for giving all this analysis. You didn't assign him to his advice. Why is that people are always afraid of their advice? In the first place, they say through the party level. So it's just very unfortunate. I think they should learn how to work with their advice, no matter what. And the advice also know how to compare with their either the governor or the president. That recently assigned something to his advice. And he took out the function before he even said, well, suffering a lot.
I've just pointed out that in the list, he didn't see someone that he feels may fit into the office and position of the Minister of Defense. Dadima Abbas Zangwa, what's your take on this after I take this call? Hello, good evening, and welcome to Ground Zero.
Hello. Awusko on the line.
All right, Awusko. Quickly, within time.
We'll be having thank you.
All right, thank you, Awusko. Okay. Let's go.
And it's difficult to really point out who fits into that mold. Remember already that the current minister, the current National Security Advisor, the Air Force and the Nigerian Navy, and as such, we wonder how he will be able to coerce some level of influence over some of these key military institutions. They meet the same regular course or direct short service courses. Certainly they should have mingled at that level and have seen where legacy is laid. But that is actually one key issue that is missing in the cabinet. It's the reason why I said earlier that you don't see so much around any specially skilled person for security. But that aside, I think that the vision of the president, well communicated, with clear deliverables, clear milestones, clear performance indicators, could go a long way in ensuring that whoever is being fixed to a particular office is able to carry out such duties to the best of ability and to the satisfaction of the president, firstly the citizenry, and as well as the president.
All right. Thank you so very much. And
Thank you very much. You see, this issue of women being armed forces background, police background.
Okay.
But in like I said earlier, everything revolves around the will, who's and cries from the medical doctors. The man was there for 2 years.
The president is the prime minister, of the Federal Republic. Nigerians have so much confidence in that office, and Nigerians expect that he is putting together his best 11 in the best of their interest to provide world-class public services to the Nigerian people at home and in diaspora. Anything short of that, I think the people
The population is to support.
So that's about the side of the program this evening. I want to sincerely appreciate the management and staff of Invicta FM for giving us their medium to also use. And right here, the production team, starting all the way from Nifemio, Nibiyo, over there at Bon, for setting up the studio for us. We also have with us Nana Tata, that's her debut on Ground Zero today. He said Adon for handling the VCR and mixing his Adon. To Danjuma Abbas Dangwa and Olufolo Shaw, thank you so very much for having time to be on Ground Zero today.
Thank you very much.
All right. And
thank you.
And until on Friday, when we'll be on again, this is to remind you that on Friday is going to be a special edition, because on Friday we'll be doing the graduation on Friday. Also on that Friday will be a special edition of Chopperton. And download our app. Send us a screenshot of it to qualify to be part of the Chopperton, because on that day it's going to be great.